Welcome back, everybody, to the Seattle Mariners franchise, and we just have a few weeks left here in the regular season. Looks like the playoffs will be in our future, but the question is, will we bring home a division title and not have to concern ourselves about playing in that wild card game? So we have 2 games left in this Oakland series, and then in about a week's time, the last 2 games against Oakland on the road. So we'll sim the rest of this series here with Oakland, go through Kansas City, and see where we sit there, and see if we already clinch. And you can see we only lost 1 game there to Oakland at home, and then swept Kansas City, swept Oakland, and with about a week and a half left of the season, a 9.5 game lead, it looks like we have clinched the division, and there you go. So now the Athletics, Rays, and Red Sox right now all within a game and a half of each other. I think actually the Athletics probably in 2.5 game lead. So there are your wild card teams right now battling back and forth. Double A is going to win the championship. That is awesome to see. And then you'll see here that Triple A wins the championship as well. So both minor league teams win the respective championships. We're trying to sweep it here and get a championship of our own. So we won't have to worry about playing in that wild card round. We win the division. And let's go around the majors. Let's see. Yankees win the division. Rays get that other wild card spot. Just looks like they're beating out the Red Sox there. In the Central, it's going to be the Indians and Twins playing game 163. With the White Sox only were 1 game away. They lost their last game of the season. It could have been a 3-way tie. So there's game 163 coming up for those 2 teams. We win the division. 108 wins. Best record in the majors. Athletics with 96 wins. Get the other wild card. So you got the Rays and Athletics playing in the wild card game. Red Sox missed out by 3 games there. As we go to the National League, Mets are going to win the East by 3 games over the Braves. We go to the Central. You got the Pirates winning there. You have the Cardinals. Brewers were really close there. We'll have to see the wild card. Dodgers win the West. Rockies get the one of the wild cards. And it looks like you got game 163 between the Cardinals and Braves to see who the other wild card team will be there. So a couple of game 163s to determine some spots there. As we go around the league, we're going to just take a look at the league leaders throughout the season, both leagues. So you can see Mookie Betts ended up 3rd, hitting 320. Miguel Andujar is going to lead the league with a 346 average there. Hits. Lindor, what a season, man. Just started off so slow, almost gets 200 hits, 2nd in the league in hits. Outstanding coming over free agency. I know it's a huge contract, but man, he has really been fantastic. Makano leads with triples, and Vogelbach hits 53 homers to lead the majors actually in home runs. So 53, Lindor, Betts up there. Man, so many guys. Kelenic ends up 36, Rodriguez with 36, and Vogelbach also leads with 146 RBI. Mookie Betts leads in runs. You got Lindor, you got Vogelbach, you got Gregorius. Just so many offensive stats up here for these guys. We go to pitching here. Same thing. The pitching's been unbelievable as well. That's why we're the best team in baseball. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this happened to the Mariners before. They had broke the record for most wins ever, and then just go out in the next round. So we got to make sure that does not happen to us. Just like last year, we finally get into the playoffs after 3 seasons. And then lose out in the Blue Jays in that wild card game. We got to make sure that does not happen this year, depending who we face. I mean, we might face Oakland in that first round. I think because we're the number 1, team right now, we take on the wild card winner. So we could be taking Oakland on in a 5-game series. You're thinking, oh, it's going to be a 7-game series. No, it could be a 5-game series between us and Oakland. And man, that would just be... I guess it would go to 5 games for sure, no doubt about it, because back and forth. But the Rays are very good as well. So either team we're facing in the wild card game, the next round, they are outstanding. There's no doubt about it. There's no team that kind of just got in there. The Rays were outstanding. If they were maybe in the Central Division, they would have won it. They just happened to play in a division with the Yankees, who were outstanding. And same with Oakland. I mean, you won 96 games. Same thing as the Rays, and you just miss out because the team you're in the same division with just was way better. So, I mean, we're going to be facing a very good team, no doubt about it. As we go through the rest of the major league leaders here in the NL, You can see strikeouts, Robbie Ray, Walker Buehler there, innings pitched, walks allowed, and everything like that. So There's the war there. Carlos Correa had a great season going over from free agency from Houston to Colorado. And let's take a look at the stats here for our team. So Mookie Betts is going to lead us with runs, 119. But look how many guys. We have 4 guys over 100 runs, with Kelenic just short there at 96. Man, Jarred Kelenic. If any of you guys have not seen highlights of him so far, as these teams are warming up to play real baseball, just some of the home runs he's been hitting, and it's just, this guy's should be, as long as he stays healthy, he could be an unbelievable player in real life too. But you can see it in this as well. He is just absolutely outstanding. Had a great season. Next year, I expect him and Julio Rodriguez really to compete for an MVP season next year in this franchise. There's no doubt about it. Rodriguez hits 36. Kelenic hit 36. They both have great averages. I think Kelenic might be a little bit better in the field. Gives him a little bit better there, but still, they're outstanding. 4 guys on this team over 100 RBIs. 4! With Kelenic and Rodriguez not far behind. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, Kelenic and Rodriguez probably would have definitely had over 100 RBIs if it wasn't for those guys in front of them. But look at the averages. Betts, Lindor, Gregorius all over 300. I mean, Kelenic 294. Vogelbach hits 290. Rodriguez 285. Keyboom 282 with a 363 on base. So even Roy McMahon, he only had 240, but a 328 on base, I'll take it. If you have an on base over, around 315, 320, that is what you want to see, especially when you have a little bit of a low average. At least you're still getting on. OPS over 1,000 for Betts. I mean, the offensive season this team has had is outstanding. And then you give us a 20-game winner and Max Fried. James Paxton goes 18-3. I mean, Glasnow's pretty much the ace. He goes only 16-6, but it's just insane. What this total team has done. Looks like the bullpen has definitely got into shape. We're still with Gilbert and actually Lynn. You see his ERA it definitely elevated, but Cody Allen he had the closing spot to begin with the season. Really struggled, and then we went to Dustin May, and he struggled as well. Cody Allen settled down back to closer spot, so he looks like he's got that under control. No doubt now that he's good to go. Had a great season. You can see Genesis Cabrera. I mean, 10-1 out of the bullpen, making a couple spot starts, 3.17 ERA. Maybe next year he is going to be your starter because right now Logan Gilbert really struggled. He got a little bit better, no doubt about it, but Matt Lynn, ERA is 6.26. Man, it's just you want to see these guys succeed, but we'll see. Matt Lynn, hopefully it was just a year we let him. Same thing with Roy McMahon. You just let him go. We have so many guys in front of him that we can deal with. These guys having some bad starts and bad at bats, and just let them progress, and then hopefully next year is where it works out. And then Daniel Vogelbach wins the MVP, so that is amazing. There's not been that many times in these games where I've actually had a guy win the MVP, so that was amazing. We almost won the Cy Young with Max Fried. He just misses out there, and Duhar is going to win the batting title. We saw with hitting a 342. Orioles getting something here. Richard Blyer wins reliever of the year, but Roy McMahon is going to win Rookie of the Year. So we got the MVP, we got the Rookie of the Year, we got the best record in baseball. A lot of expectations going into the playoffs here. There is no doubt about that. I don't know. We might be favorites right now. We got to at least just take it round by round. But I gotta say right now, at least we got to make it to the ALCS. We got to make it there. We got to get through this divisional round. We got to get to the ALCS. No doubt about it. I think if we lose out here in this ALDS, it's a little bit of a failure. We played so well this season. Guys are going to get a little bit older. So, who knows what Gregorius is next year. With regression, that might be a spot, but Tomas Rodriguez is sitting right there. So, Lindor is still young. Betts is still young. Vogelbach's definitely young. We got Kelenic, Rodriguez. I think this team is definitely good for years to come. But still, you want to take advantage of a great season like this. Look at the NL. Look at the MVP there. What a season. Really kind of coming out of nowhere. That is outstanding there. Just beating out Bryce Harper. But looks like the Brewers have a lot of talent as well. Looks like Milwaukee's got a lot of talent. Garcia there as well, hitting 317, 34 homers. So the Brewers looking good. Frank Prince is going to win Rookie. They get the Rookie of the Year. So maybe Milwaukee has something going here as well. Good for Milwaukee as we go through the rest of the Gold Glove here in the NL. See if anybody knows. Arenado wins it. Javier Baez, good for him. Ozuna, Robles, Harper, and then Soroka, the pitcher, wins the Silver Slugger as we get into that. So we'll see what happens here. I'm not really sure who's going to win between Tampa Bay and Oakland. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in this game. You can see Atlanta, Colorado, so that's your wild card. And it looks like the Rays have won. The Rays score 5 runs in the 8th inning and win 6-3 over Oakland. Oakland, you had the season we kind of had last year where it was just so good, but you had a team above you that was better. You get into that wild card game, and that's it. So Tampa Bay moves on, and that is who we will face. We will face the Rays, and Diekman, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks. Blew it there in the 8th, and we will be taking on the Tampa Bay Rays here in this NLDS. Cannot wait to get this going because we have a real chance of possibly bringing home a World Series trophy to Seattle. That has been the goal. We've been waiting. This city's been waiting for a long time. We're ready to get this playoffs going, and hopefully it goes well. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Playoff game will be out real shortly. We'll see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.